Are you ready to buy a house? Do you think it's too hard or that it'll never happen? Well, if you do, watch Allison's story. Listen to her challenges, her dreams, and her unexpected journey in finding her dream home. Come on and let's move. Aloha and welcome to my channel. I'm Jodilyn Ogawa with Ohana Homes. I'm a realtor here in Cerritos, California and our surrounding communities. I post new videos every week on real estate and real stories here in our community. Allison's family had a clear focus on why they wanted their dream home. They knew they wanted to live in Cerritos, and they had dreams of what it would feel like for their family in their new home. They were prepared so that when the unexpected opportunity knocked at their door, they were ready.
My name is Allison. I grew up in Cerritos. So the Cerritos of today is a little bit different than the Cerritos of the 70s and 80s. I remember when the town center was just fields and with foxes and cows, and there were cows by my elementary school. And then I remember things kind of getting bigger and the library tripling or quadrupling in size and all things like that. And the town center, I remember the town center was built when I was in high school, and it was really cool to go over there after school and things like that. So it's really different, but it's a good place, and that's why we're still here. But I've been here forever. I went to school out of state. I played volleyball and then came back and went on a mission for my church, and then came back to Cerritos again, and then ended up getting married. And we moved to Norwalk first because on a teacher salary and my husband still in school, we couldn't afford to live in Cerritos, even though I wanted to live in Cerritos. But we bought a rental from my dad and we fixed it up. It was in dire need of repair after a lot of years of people living there and not being taken care of. And so we redid everything. My husband did it. We did a little overtime, and I started having kids in 2005. And so he was taking care of the kids and going to school and fixing the house. So it was a long process. Yeah. So a little bit more about me. So I'm married and I have 7 kids. Our other home in Norwalk was 1,000 square feet. It was tiny. But that's what we could afford. And then we started when we got to maybe kids 6 and we had 3 in each bedroom. We were starting to look and think, okay, what do we do now? Do we move somewhere? Do we build onto this? What do we do? My husband kept trying to look for homes around here. Everything was too expensive. He tried to get me to move to Texas, to Utah, to anywhere that we could afford a place. And I teach at the local high school, and I grew up here, and my family's here, and his family's here. Why would we move? Unless I felt like that we needed to move. I didn't want to move. We were okay. We were surviving in a tiny house. And so we kind of would look from here to there, go to open houses from time to time when we drive by them on the street, nothing planned, to see if there was something that might work for us. And we bought some nice architecture software and started building our dream home on the computer. We built giant homes that were 4,000 square feet, some that were only 2,000. We went in between, what do we want? How many floors, how many rooms? And we had some really nice plans, and then we just needed to figure out how to get the money. So how this happened is we were sitting in December, actually, sat down at church, and we found out that someone was moving, and we asked her, oh, you're selling your house. We heard you're selling your house. And she said, yeah, why don't you come see it? We're like, okay. And we stopped by the house, and we walked in, and we knew right away that was, sorry. It was where we needed to be. We had looked at so many houses, and it's not just about how many bedrooms. It's really about where you can live. And I have a lot of kids, that's true. But family time and family space and what we do in the house is much more important. I really wanted to have a big area to have my family over. I mean, my immediate family, like just my children. And we hadn't had a dining room big enough for us to have dinner together in like 8 years. When we would eat dinner at the other house, there would be some at the table, some at the couch, sometimes some on a box of diapers from Amazon, wherever we could fit, or standing. And there were enough bedrooms, and I kind of have problems with my knees and ankles after playing volleyball so many years. And so one of the things we wanted was to make sure there were bedrooms on the first floor. And there are 3 bedrooms downstairs, which is nice because it does already kind of hurt to go up and down the stairs. And I wanted this to be a house that we could be in for a long time. I have 5 boys and 2 girls, and I did kind of also want to have them. Right now they do really well and they mingle with their space, but eventually they're going to need their own space. And so we had planned on having the girls in one spot and the boys in another spot, so that eventually when they're teenagers and they need space away to be, girls, not by the boys.
Yes.
So we have spaces with the girls downstairs. They're sharing a room, and the boys have 2 rooms upstairs and their own bathroom. We knew right away when we came in that was, we had waited so patiently and nothing seemed right, and it felt right away. And because it was someone that we knew and she could see in her eyes that it was just right, it was fun to see her. She got giddy. She got excited that she had found someone that loved her home as much as she did. And she really wanted us to be able to experience the joys of raising her family here. And the next day, well, one of the things, we didn't have money for it yet. So we were trying to figure out, how do we, now that we haven't sold our house, how do we get into a house that we found that's on the market already and has people looking at it and people making offers? How do we secure this?
Yeah.
And she wanted us to bring the kids over, and we met her over there, and same thing. She saw the kids get out of the car, and her eyes just lit up like a grandma, with those grandma eyes of just excitement. And she watched the kids run up and down the stairs and try out all the closets and go in the closets and go behind things and check out the backyard and look at the trees and look at the leaves and look at the grass and look at the animals, the lizards going across the back. And she must have stayed there for like 2 hours just watching them explore everything, just watching them. And she was so excited to just see someone, again, just loving the home she had lived in for so many years. And she wanted us to have it, then she helped make things happen and be able to get some help from my dad to put a quick down payment down. And then the rest of it was just magic. It just, everything fell into place. Everything happened. My dad was actually in Mexico, and we called him, and he happened to be in the one place that he had cell reception for about 10 minutes. Then he got the phone call and he said, I will help you with the down payment if that's all you need. If you'll pay me back later, and we'll take care of it. And then everything, we started the ball rolling, and that's that. We were in by Christmas.
Congratulations, Allison and family. To get started on your dream home, watch this next video, 5 steps to find your dream home. If you like this video, click like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can get notified every time we post new videos on real estate and real stories in our community.